Hi, this video tutorial is for chapter 1, tutorial 1, question 1. I'm going to go through with you how to read off a vernier caliper when you're trying to take measurement. Okay, what you see on the screen now is an image of what you will see when you're trying to use a vernier caliper to take measurements. Over here, the top part, this is called the main scale. This is called the main scale. This part here is called the vernier scale. Over here below the image, I've also listed out the steps involved to read off a vernier caliper measurement. Okay, let me just quickly run through with you the steps involved. Okay, first, locate the position where the vernier caliper starts. Okay, what this step wants you to do is to basically look at this point over here. Okay, locate the position where the vernier scale starts, right? If you look at the vernier scale, this is 0, this is 5, this is 10. So basically where the vernier scale starts is where the 0 is, which is at this point over here. Okay. Step 2, determine the approximate reading. Okay, what I mean by this is, if you look at where this 0 is, where the 0 on the vernier scale is, it ends somewhere in between 3.6 cm and 3.7 cm. Okay, so when you're using a normal ruler, right, you're probably approximate the measurement to be about maybe say 3.65 cm. Okay, you know it's not 3.7 because it's just slightly more than 3.6, but you using a normal ruler, you can't really tell how much more than 3.6 it is, so you probably can only read to half the smallest division, which is 3.65 cm. But what the vernier caliper allows you to do is to find a better a more accurate number to replace this 5 over here. So basically to replace the second decimal point. Okay, so now we move on to step 3. From step 3 onwards is to really determine what the second decimal point is. Instead of 3.65, is it 3.64 or 3.66, to give you a more accurate reading. Okay, step 1 and 2 will already give you a very vague idea, approximate idea of what the reading is probably 3.6 something. Okay, so step 3, determine the point where the vernier and main scales line up properly. Okay, these steps basically ask you to look at the vernier scale and the main scale and where the lines of the two scales join up nicely. If you look at 1 on the vernier scale here, you see it doesn't really join up with the main scale properly. So this is out, this doesn't as well, 3 doesn't as well, 4 on the vernier scale seems to line up pretty well with the main scale. Let's take a look at 5 on the vernier scale. It's sort of a little bit off. Okay, so the best reading that you can get from this is 4 on the vernier scale is where it lines up best with the main scale. Okay, so what do you do with this figure 4? You add this figure 4, basically is the second decimal point, so it takes the place of the 3.65 that we were talking about just now. So initially we thought that x is approximately 3.65 cm, right? Now with this reading of the vernier scale, we know that x is actually 3.64 cm. Okay, so this is how you read off a vernier caliper. Yep, that's all.